Hello and welcome to Interactive Distractions, episode 517. My name is Christopher Riccio, and I am here with Geoff Chorney.
What up?
And Jason A. Striker.
Yo, hello.
Geoff, we missed you last week, man. How you doing?
Hey, missed you guys too. I'm doing okay.
Aw.
Yeah? What's going on?
I had a guys weekend thing our annual guys weekend we do.
Hot.
Hey, nice.
Oh yeah, we just all get all lubed up and stuff and just get up to like shenanigans. It's great.
See, and this is why we can't monetize. No, I'm joking.
Oh man, it was fun. It was relaxing and just chill. The weather fucking sucked. Like we all
Oh, man.
Oh, really?
our cottage, yeah, and it was rainy and cold the entire time. So we basically
Perfect snuggling weather.
yeah, lots of snuggling going on. We just sat around, kind of like ate food, played
Stack
like
of spoons.
games, board games. Yeah, spooned each other, and then it was fun. I brought my Vita, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, well, I'm probably going to be the earliest one up, so I'm like, I might as well bring something to play, and I don't have my Switch anymore. Traded it in, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to play some Final Fantasy X, because I never really played that game back in the day. I played it, I think I borrowed it from a friend and got up to the first Blitzball tournament and said, fuck this.
They do have that on the Vita. It's like the HD version, right?
Yeah, the HD one.
Awesome.
That came out, yeah. So I remember downloading it, and then when I got up there, I'm like, where the hell is this? And I'm looking at the different areas you can find games. I did not find it. So I ended up just playing like random stuff. So I think what happened was with that thing, you can download pretty much any game to it like directly. But I think the system might time out here or there sometimes. And I think it cuts the download off. I'm not sure, Jason, if you've had any experience with that. And then I think that's what happened.
It's not the greatest system for downloading shit, but like as you said, it's got pretty much anything you want out there, like DLC included. But you got to like keep it awake the entire time, and it's slow downloading. So it
is pretty slow, like especially compared to anything these days. It took So I did end up downloading it when I got home, and I literally just kept my finger on the like touch and just kept hitting a button like every couple minutes or whatever. I didn't play it though.
Frustrating.
It was kind of annoying. Most games aren't that bad because like Final Fantasy is a pretty big game, and I guess I think it's got X and X2 on it. I think it's both.
Oh, so nice. Okay.
It's like two.
Should you mess around with your dress spheres?
My dress. I don't even think I got that far, man. I don't even know.
That's 10-2. That's not 10. So.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I have no idea.
10-2 is like my wife's favorite RPG of all time at this point. So she loves that game so much.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get to it someday. Well, maybe not X2, but maybe 10.
10.
I'm saying X2, but 10. Yeah, 10. Maybe I'll finally get past that Blitzball tournament or whatever.
Someday, man. Someday.
You got this. We believe in you.
I just played a bunch of little games when I was up there. I played a little bit of Miramasa. I forgot about that game.
Oh, nice. The game is so fucking good.
Like, it is good.
Oh, man.
Having that on the Wii.
I went on a tear a while back where I was just like, you know what? I kind of feel like I want everything Vanillaware ever made. And I was like, what did they make? And I started looking down the list. I'm like, I don't have that one. Let's go get it. I don't have that one. Let's go get it. And like I did...
I figured you would.
Grim Glamour. So that one I didn't have. I actually found the PS2 version that was at a pretty decent price. And then they did...
I've got that, actually.
Yeah, and then they...
re-released that, didn't they?
Yeah, they re-released it on PS4, Grim Grimoire once more. And I found that for a relatively good price, too, like the collector's edition. So I was like, oh, all right, cool. So, yeah.
Nice. Where are you at with Odin Sphere?
I finished Odin Sphere. Yeah, I have it on PS2, and I have the remake on PS4.
God, I love that game.
That game is so good, man.
Shit.
I could not get through it on PS2, and like you can go into all the reason. No, it wasn't even that. Like the inventory management was awful. They did some improvements on the PS4 version.
Maybe I should try the PS4
I won't say fix, but it was better. It was better.
Yeah.
Like there was,
remember it being annoying.
There was item stacking, if I remember correctly. That was one of the things that really helped. And so they made improvements. I wouldn't say it's fixed, but it was good enough for me to get through it. And that game is fucking awesome. So
nice,
good stuff though.
Sweet. Actually, that's probably I should see if that's on. But did they ever release that for the Vita?
I want to say
Odin Sphere for the Vita. I think
they might have actually. If so, that might even be on there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just hanging out with the guys. Some of the guys I haven't seen in a while.
Yes, they did.
There's only like 7 of us up there.
Okay,
But, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's a good group though, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was a perfect number. Like this day, like especially like the way I've changed with stuff, like I like not drinking, especially. I was like, I'd rather the numbers be lower. But it ended up being a really chill weekend. It wasn't like a crazy one at all. So it was fun. Yeah,
good stuff.
It was relaxing.
Jason, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Shit is not really popping, but that's fine because it's swirl time. I don't know if you guys knew about swirl.
No,
swirl, SWORL. I've been waiting for this guy since like November.
Is that another leverless?
This is another leverless.
Oh, that's that's the one that you
swirl.
posted in Discord most recently, right?
Yes. So technically, it's not a leverless because it's got two levers. It's got two analog sticks down here at the bottom.
Oh.
These little domes. They're regular thumbsticks, but they've got like more surface area essentially. So this allows you to use like a leverless style controller with modern games. So they post a lot of videos of them playing fucking Elden Ring with this thing. I'm interested in it because like I don't have to move my wrists that much. That's kind of why I like the leverless. Is like my wrists are straight. I don't have to move. With they're like they're not twisted like when you're holding a controller. Also, hitting buttons is fun.
I agree.
And there's a lot of them.
They're satisfying. There's a satisfying feeling to the clicking of the buttons, I have to say.
They've got to accommodate for like all the buttons on the controller. So that's why there's so fucking many here. Like this is R3 and L3. These are the 4 face buttons. These are the shoulders and the triggers. And then up here they have like touch, start, select, whatever. And then this is the D-pad. I'm in love with this thing, but there's definitely a learning curve. I played a couple beat 'em ups, and that's working out great. Like I played something I've been waiting to play is Young Souls, which is the beat 'em up game. It's in the latest Humble bundle, by the way, which is really good. That beat 'em up bundle, but they use their primary movement as the left stick, and you can't remap it. So that's why I've been kind of waiting to play that one for this. I also played RoboCop, the Rogue City.
New one? Or the arcade game? Or
the new one. The brand new one.
Nice.
Because it's kind of like a shooting gallery kind of game. Like you don't have to worry about movement so much.
Not so much. No, it's not twitchy at all.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good one to kind of like get my feet wet with just using very light movements, and auto aim was very helpful as well. So they got two different versions of this. One's 175, one's 225. The basic version is just like for PC and Switch, I think. And then the other one is multi-console, and it works like all the way through PS5. Like,
is that pretty much the only difference between the two?
Yes, as far as I can tell. So the one fucking thing that annoys the piss out of me is this recessed USB port. It makes it so you can only use the cable that it comes with.
What does recessed mean?
Recessed, it's like it's
sunk in.
Yeah, sunk in.
Oh, okay.
So it like a normal sized USB won't fit all the way down into the port.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's frustrating. Why would they do that?
It is
you need to shave them down.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I bought another USB cable that has like an extended tip on it. That's like a 10 millimeter tip as opposed to like a 5 or 6 millimeter, what it usually is. And even that won't work. So like they really want you to use the cable that it fucking comes with, which is.
Like can you buy replacements?
Not on their site. I didn't see one. So I suppose you could.
Maybe they'll wait
but
for
you
that.
have to do like a special order or something like that.
Is this something relatively new that you're just waiting? Like, is it like a?
This is brand new. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So maybe
it's sold out on their site. These are the first ones that we pre-ordered back in November. So
gotcha.
They just finally got all their shipments. So
gotcha.
I was one of the first ones, I guess, to post it on Twitter. So
nice.
Very cool.
Twitter and Blue Sky. So yeah, I've been messing around with that. That's been my fun thing of the week.
That is a fun thing.
How about Chris? You got a fun thing of the week?
Fun thing of the week.
Yeah.
Let's see. When did we record last? Was it Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday.
It was Saturday. So then went to MomoCon on Sunday.
Yes. There we go.
There wasn't a whole lot there on Sunday. It's mostly just wrapping up the dealer room and stuff like that. So we walked the whole dealer room, and the kids, they just get tired of it after a while. My biggest disappointment.
They've got a huge room. Like last year we did it, and it took hours to go through the dealer's room.
Yeah,
and we were kind of booking it. So.
It's really big, and they're making it bigger. So next year it's apparently going to take up both building A and B at the World Congress Center. They're going to extend the size of the arcade. So that's apparently what's happening. I didn't get to hang out at the arcade because the kids were like, "No, we're done. We want to go home." And I'm like, "You guys suck." It's like the one thing I want to do here. It's like,
Oh man.
But honestly, my biggest disappointment was that they the creators of the Phantasy Star tabletop RPG was there.
Yeah.
He was there.
Whoa.
And he ran a demo game. But it was on Friday morning, and I could not take off work. So I like literally the only thing on the agenda that I was like, I really want to do that, and didn't get the opportunity. Couldn't get off work and couldn't get down there. So I did pre-order that stuff. So hopefully we'll get to mess around with it soon. I hope they did like a video of the session and uploaded it, because I really want to see how that thing runs. It looks really interesting, and it's based off of a system that's based off of D&D 5e. So I don't remember all the names of it, but it looks interesting. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, that was Sunday, and then my family insisted that they wanted to go to eat afterwards at Waffle House. I'm like, really? Okay. You guys want to go to Waffle House? I'm like, all right, I'll go to Waffle House. Literally the first time I've been to Waffle House in like, God, it's got to be like 6-7 years. Like, I haven't. Well,
they don't allow you in there anymore after that one time.
I know that one time it all ruined everything.
I know,
but
fought with throwing chairs around.
I know.
Shit.
Well, listen, that guy was an asshole. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that, and that was pretty much it for, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of story to tell there for MomoCon. And then this week's been pretty low key. Kids are out of school. Both of them start summer school next week. So that's going to be a challenge. My son is virtual. My daughter actually has to go.
Okay.
So that's going to be a challenge. But tomorrow,
it's on the internet, so he's going to love it, right?
Right. Tomorrow we're going to Ren Fair, so that should be fun. Awesome. We're going with our neighbors. They've actually never been to this one, and I was like, really? It's like, I feel like you guys should have been. But yeah, so we're all going to go do that tomorrow. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I found my Vita TV. Did I mention that?
No, I think
so. I want to say you did.
I did find it. I haven't hooked it up yet, but I did find it. So now it's just and the reason I thought about that is I'm wondering if the Vita TV has the same issue with, shutting down if you're not doing actions on it, considering there's no battery to worry about.
Yeah, there's got to be a setting in there that just says.
I hope so. Leave it on. Like, I want to download something. Leave it on.
Yeah, I'm plugged in, man.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool. We do have some cool shit coming up, though. Geoff, do you want to talk about our little crossover that we're doing?
We do. We're doing a crossover show with the Gamer Social Club podcast. Fraser was on our show once back last year at some point. Mm-hmm. He is the Aussie. So him and Nathan are going to host us over there. Chris and I are going to go over there, and we're going to do attempt to do a E3. I don't want to call it Summer Games Fest because it's always E3 in my heart.
It's still E3 right here, man. It's still E3 right here.
Yeah, exactly. I still call it E3. Like even Tanya, like I'm like, oh, it's E3 week, and that's fucking next week, guys. I can't, like, next week is so hard. Yeah. Switch 2, and then right after that is E3 / Keely's Game Fest or whatever.
Keely 3.
E3.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a show of that sometime next week, early next week. So look out for that.
Possibly Tuesday, I think we were talking about.
I think it's going to be Tuesday. Scheduled right now to do on Tuesday. Yeah, so
should be fun.
Yeah, cool. So definitely check that out if you can. We'll of course post it everywhere, and I think they're going to give us a copy of it to upload as well. So just letting you know if you get a weird episode or something next week, that's what it is going to be. So don't worry, it's still going to be us.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Looking forward to that. That should be fun, and I can't wait to get all my predictions wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
We haven't done one of these in a while. It's too much pressure, man.
Yeah, it has been a while. We usually don't do very well, to be honest with you.
No, I can't remember last time we did one, but it was definitely like a long time.
We used to score that shit. Like the next year, we come back and revisit and score it.
Yep, we did.
Oh man, shit, guys, let's talk some games.
Yeah,
what do we got this week?
Do it. We can talk to Doom again.
Oh,
we haven't talked about it
Doom. Oh. I'm having a lot of fun with Doom. And this is so completely out of character for me because, you know, I don't know what it is about this game. I think it's just I think it's that
the shield.
It's definitely the shield and the shield and the ability to get into melee range very quickly and easily. Like covering distance while you're in like one of those big like crazy battles when you've got like 20 guys around you, like being able to close the distance from one enemy to the other, it's extremely satisfying. And I don't know how else to describe it. I've gotten a bunch of the different weapons now. I think I'm on chapter 7, so I'm not super far. But I'm kind of doing, but I've realized that I do this in like bite-sized chunks. So I do like one chapter and then I'm done for the day. And then I'll come back the next day and I'll do another chapter and I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, same.
And, but that's the thing. It's like, it's super fun that way. Like I get that what's the word?
Rush.
Yeah, it's like a rush. It's like the instant gratification of running through one of these levels. Jason, I gotta go back to something that you said last week. Dude, you are 100% right. That fucking map is amazing.
Isn't it great?
Like you can see everything and you know exactly where you need to go. Like that's one of the best 3D maps I've seen. And like it shows you where all the secrets are if you're nearby them. Like they don't all show up on the map, but if you're close to one, it'll start highlighting it with question marks. So they do a really good job with that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm I'm pleasantly surprised at Doom. It's a lot of fun.
It's good. I finished it between the last show I was on and today. And then I went on kind of like a Doom like rabbit hole. I played
Doom Dive.
Doom Dive. I played a little bit of Eternal, played a little bit of 2016, played a little bit of the original.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I gotta say, like I know it's
Doom Dive.
Could be recency bias, but I with almost 99% confidence I can say this is my favorite Doom. It's even going back to Eternal and 2016, it just, and this is the thing, people will say that Doom, the Dark Ages, is slower moving. I don't know if those people played the game because I think it is actually the fastest moving out of the three of those.
Slow is not a word I would use to describe this game.
It is not slow at all. And like you're doing a lot of moving around in Eternal, but I would not say the speed is faster. You can sprint in this, and the shield bash can literally pretty much teleport you so far into the enemies.
That fucking charge is ridiculous.
Yeah, they took the number of ways to move around from Eternal, but then they just condensed it in more efficient ways to do it in Dark Ages, and it's great. And I immediately went to replay it to try to get all the secrets and stuff, and then I realized I can't play Doom like that. I can't do it.
I've been trying to, and it's easier for me than it would be for you, I'm sure.
Yeah,
but it does slow things down. Like I was the last stage I did, I think that when I chapter 6, it's this huge battlefield, and like that stage took me like an hour and a half because I was just searching for everything and didn't find everything. I missed a secret and I missed some gold, and I missed did I miss a ruby? I don't remember. But
that's one of the reasons I stopped. I can't remember what chapter it was, and I was following the map as I thought as thoroughly as I could. And then when I got to the end of the chapter, it said 91%. I said, "Oh, fuck this!" I'm not gonna go in there, and because you start at the beginning of the level, you can't pick a checkpoint once you replay a chapter, or like an area you want to go to on the map. So you're essentially doing it all over again. I'm like, I'm not doing this. So instead, I did the reasonable thing to do and totally normal is I went and bought a physical copy of the game on PS5 and then started all over again.
Of course, as you do.
Yes, as one does, right? That's what you do. Because I was like, well, because I was going to play through it again immediately anyway, just because I loved it so much. I'm like, well, I might as well get it on
Jeff,
the other console now.
You're the best.
and at least get new trophies. So even though I have to build up all my upgrades and everything all over again, at least I'll get the satisfaction of the trophies popping up as they open up. So I'm like, fuck it. That's what I'm going to do.
Every time one pops up. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I knew I was going to get a physical anyway. So I was like, well, I may as well. So now I'm on like chapter 6 or something like that in the PS5 playthrough.
So it was a double dip, deep Doom dive.
Deep Doom dive. Oh,
nice.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah. Oh man, but I love it, dude. It's like right now it's solidly my number 2 game of the year so far.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly the most fun I've had with a traditional first person. I'll air quote that, like traditional first person shooter.
It's as traditional before the new traditional, I guess. Like it started it all basically. Like,
yeah, absolutely. For
them. Did you play the other 2 at all? Or you tried to?
I did play a little bit of Eternal. It didn't really grab me, but not like this one. Like this one is, I don't know what it is, but I think it's the shield charge and awesome. the shield throw and like, hey, like Jason, I don't know if you're doing this, but like whenever I get enough money for upgrades, it's right to the shield, man. It's goes right to the fucking shield. Like my shield has like an extended radius now and just like goes right through all the fodder demons. I fucking love it. It's great. It's so satisfying. And then there's a power up that says I think it's a power up. But like after you kill a bunch of fodder demons with the shield, your next shield charge is powered up. Like it's amazingly satisfying.
It needs to be powered up.
I know, right? But you throw that shield, it mows down like 10 or 15 of the fodder demons. You get it back, you do a shield charge, and they are immediately ready for a finisher melee. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. This game loop is fantastic.
Dude, you can build the guy like that. There's just like Doom builds. Like I'm playing this playthrough, I'm totally investing my upgrade points or my gold into different weapons. And you know, you can pick 1 or 2 upgrades sometimes, one or the other. Mm-hmm. I'm doing like the opposite one I picked before, and it's like, like you can do this shit. Oh wow, I didn't know this was like an ability. And it's awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I unlocked the first ability on that first shotgun that you get, where it causes burn and burning enemies start like raining fucking armor, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
so it's like you lose some armor, and you just burn someone, and you get it right back.
I had that one. The first time I played it, and this one I did the one where you when you kill an enemy that's burning, they explode. Yes. Yeah, I'm like, that's awesome. I'm like, I did not try that in my first playthrough. And
the great thing about it is you can flip that anytime. You don't have to buy one upgrade or the other. You buy both and have the ability to turn whichever one you want on. So like they really you know, one of the things that I asked you on that first day that we were talking about about Doom was about progression. This definitely feels like progression for me, like the progression I want, because I do feel like I'm getting more badass every time I pass a stage. I do feel like new things are opening up that allow me to do approach battles this differently. You know, it's like
wait until you unlock runes, man.
Oh man, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I told you, my shield is maxed out. Like shield is maxed out, and there's just a big grid of fucking question marks. I'm like, okay, I really need to know what this is going to be.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Love it.
So good.
What else?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing that.
Yeah. Jason, how far are you?
Oh man. A handful of missions in. So I've been like dual playing it as well. Like I'll breeze through the level. I'll immediately go back in and then take
your time and look for things.
run.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not as far as I probably should be, but
no, that's okay.
I'm getting there. Slow going, but man, that shield is great.
Chris, what did you think of the first dragon level?
Oh man, I really enjoyed that.
I liked it too. That's another one of the things people were kind of like down on. I was like, really?
No, I think they handled it great. Like they made it. They gave you tools that made it easier to control the what you needed to do with the dragon, right? So it wasn't just like flying a dragon around, like God, I almost said lair. That would be bad. It's not like flying a dragon around in some other game that actually is good with flying dragons. But they one of the this game is very attuned to parrying and dodging. So they allow you to lock on to different pieces and dodge in different directions to power up the dragon. Like everything is rotating around the ability to make it easy to feel like a badass. That's kind of the way I feel about it.
Yeah, I think that was the point, and it's like they do a really good job of that. You feel like an absolute badass, but the game isn't super easy, which I like. It's like it doesn't punish you over and over. Like this, I'm playing on the one difficulty above because I think it starts on easy. I think default's actually the easiest one, and then the one up, I think. So, and it's not like super, super hard, but it's not, you still feel like an asshole. I'm not an asshole. You still feel like a badass. Anyway.
I did not like, I was not a big fan of the giant mech level. Like I like what they were trying to do, but it just got repetitive really fast.
Luckily those levels are really short.
Okay. Yeah. And I've only done one of them so far, so things might open up for that later, but the dragon I had a lot of fun with, the mech not so much.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're kind of like a little breaker of the flow, I guess, or like
and the good thing about that is
sprinkle in.
Yeah, and that those levels, it seemed, I mean, you tell me if they're all like this, but the one level that I played where you were in the mech, it was basically get from point A to point B, and that's it. And there's not
that's
really...
pretty much what they're there for,
Yeah, there's not secrets that you have to worry about, and...
things. No. Yeah. And they don't overdo it at all.
Climbing through tunnels with the big mech.
Yeah, with the big mech.
Oh
man.
I'm sorry, dude. When the dragon fucking kills one of those huge demons and like breathes fire down the guy's fucking
one of the
throat.
Animations, yeah.
I love it. It's
like
great.
Godzilla style.
Yeah.
Great.
They did a lot of good buttons on that one for sure.
Yeah, they did. Yes, there's definitely good buttons in that game.
Yeah.
All of them are pretty good.
Let's see. What else we got
for Doom?
I think so.
I blast from our past. I revisited a famously hated on game by us back in the day when it released. Well, maybe I won't say hated. It was definitely a game we all were very disappointed in. That was Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, did we all hate it? I love the battle system in that.
No, the battle system was good. That was the only thing I think we agreed on. We said the battle system was cool. But we called it the up simulator, the pushing up simulator.
Yep, that's accurate.
Still that.
Still that, yes.
But now I have a much better understanding of RPGs in general. So I was able to be like, oh shit, you can make your own paradigms. Like those are the things you switched in battle, like go from like offense, defense, offense, like all that kind of stuff. And then I don't think I upgraded anything the first time I tried playing that game because I was too afraid of using all my materials on something I would regret. I didn't want to do it on like an early weapon. So I remember just eventually stopping the game because I was like, I just couldn't really advance. And then, so this time I got past where I got to the first time, which arguably was not super far into it. I think I'm at 15 hours now, and I think it was probably around 9 hours the first time. But that part I couldn't beat the first time, I was easily able to get past it. So I was doing something. But man, Lightning is an asshole.
Yes,
like
she kind of is.
She is not a good protagonist at all.
First time, like she's with Shash, she like punches him in the face. Then she meets Snow and punches him in the face. Then punches Sash in the face again later, and then meets Fang for the first time, backhands her. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm surprised she didn't beat the kid, like Hope or
Hope. Yeah. I wanted that.
God damn it. Hope and
I fucking hate Hope so
Hope
much.
and Vanille are kind of annoying.
I remember Hope being annoying. What was her sister's name? Sarah?
Vanille. Oh, Sarah was Snow's fiance or whatever. Yeah, Sarah.
But wasn't it Lightning's sister or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lightning sister. Yeah.
I thought she was a much more interesting character for sure. Like Lightning was like,
I think Lightning's fine. I just think she's just kind of a bitch. She just was not a nice person, or at least at the beginning anyway. For most of it, but it's just like Vanille and Sarah. They look so much younger than the other characters. It's got that kind of like that typical, I guess.
Were you feeling a little pervy?
Yeah, definitely a little pervy because they're not proportionate really that they should be, and they definitely look like their faces are definitely really young. So being an old ass fart, it's kind of like, oh man, I'm like. Not like I was attracted to them or anything, but it just felt weird. I was attracted to Snow, which also I didn't know that was what's his face?
Troy Baker.
Yes, thank you, Troy Baker. I probably knew that back in the day, but that must be one of his first big games, right? That was probably before Last of Us.
Oh, it's like one of the first that that people pointed him out, like oh, that's Troy Baker. Like a Nolan North kind of situation. So
that was surprising. I was like, oh shit, totally forgot about that. But the sad news, I think I'm about to pull the plug on it. Though.
I mean, it'd be hard.
It'd
be hard to go from Expedition 33 to Final Fantasy 13.
Well, it's not even that. It's that like the Switch 2 is coming out next week, and I checked like how long to beat, and that game's 50 hours, like basically mainlining it. And there is no mainlining it. I looked up some videos like today because I use a lot of my materials for leveling up shit. I'm like, well, because battles are starting to get tougher. I'm like, what do I fuck up? And there's some mistakes I definitely made. But there's like definitely grinding in it, and I don't want it in that. I'm not going to finish it.
Jason, did you ever get to the part where it opens up and it becomes like open world? And
it's like 30 hours in. I beat the game. Did
you beat that? Okay, because I beat it too, but it was more out of spite than anything.
Yeah, probably. But I at the same time, I really did enjoy the battle system. Like I got into a really good flow with that. Well, but I hated some of the characters, like Hope in particular. So the story I was completely checked out on. So that was lost on me. But I stuck it out.
Yeah,
but probably out of spite.
I want to. Realistically, it's not going to happen. There's other games I want to start next week and shortly. So
I
think you're better off playing 10. To be honest with you, just play through 10 and enjoy that one.
And there is a lot of the beginning of that game where it is a lot of pushing up, and the dungeons are very basic, and there's a lot of cutscenes.
Push up and press X simulator.
Yeah, I liked it infinitely more than I did the first time. Didn't love it, but I mean, I do technically want to play it. I just know it's not going to happen, so I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off now and be like, nah, I can't.
I think that's a good
something
call.
Else. Yeah, so I did start something else today, and this will be my last one before we can move on to you guys. But I played a little bit of Revenge of the Savage Planet. I think I got it right the first time.
Not Shadow Planet.
I kept calling it Shadow Planet the entire time. That came out, I think, a couple weeks ago on Game Pass, so I was like, I'll try it. Very kind of cartoony.
It's got a fun, whimsical look to it. I'll say that. Yes.
It's like a science fiction. You basically get some company is trying to have everyone, I guess, inhabit Earth, or not Earth, the space, like all the planets or whatever. So you get launched into space on this planet, and you basically have to build up the habitat there. And you go in there, and the first place you come into is called New Florida, spelled NU, like new metal.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny. And you're in this like it's a big Winnebago ship, kind of like from Spaceballs that you end up finding.
Okay.
And that's where you got to like build up that area. But that's when it hit me truly, because I wasn't really too sure what type of game this was. It is co-op and stuff, but it's a survival game basically. It's like a Grounded or something like that, or along those lines. But it was very easy to understand what it wants you to do at the beginning, which has been my problem with those games. Or the menus have been really clunky in other games, so I'm just like, I don't know how to find stuff. This one, you have a little floating computer with you that's talking to you all the time. You can turn that off or like make it like determine how much it talks to you, but it's funny. It's very humorful.
Yes.
Humorous.
Sure. Humorous. Very humorous.
That works too.
Yeah.
I can English good.
In English, very good. And it's I like the animations. The animations are very over the top and silly. And
I was going to mention that because I'm looking at the video right now. I'm watching one of the trailers, and that's one of the things that's really standing out is
I watched
over exaggerated animations.
I watched 3 of those trailers, and each one was completely different. And I still have no idea what that game is.
Yeah, all I can tell you is I'm pretty sure it's a survival game. I killed some little cute things that have like, they're really dumb and they look at you with all these like sad, and they start shaking the closer you walk up to them. And then if you get really close to them, they blow up like puffer fish and they just kind of start rolling around. But
I had a dog like that once. Yeah, he just pissed himself whenever you got too close.
His old dog was like that too. Anytime somebody came to the door, it would just start shaking. It was like the dog in fucking, is it American Dad or something he brings home? And yeah, anyway. But then you have to get resources, of course, to 3D print stuff. And I had to make a jetpack, and I think I had to get carbon or whatever. So I had the computer thing's like, oh, why don't you kill those things over there? And it just feels so funny because they're just so harmless, and they start shaking. You gotta kick them, and he boots them like your guy.
Nice.
Just hoofs them, and they land and then splat. And you get it. It was pretty funny. It looks. I like the art style. It looks pretty good. And I'll give it some more time. Out of any game like this that I've tried, this has been the only one that I've played like a little bit of the tutorial. I've been like, okay, I think I might play this a little bit more.
Did you play it by yourself, or
I did play it by myself? I literally
so you can play solo.
Minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a multiplayer only kind of situation, like a Grounded, or you could probably do Grounded solo, I'm sure, but
no clue.
Yeah, those are definitely geared towards the multiplayer, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I'll play a little more. That's it though. That's pretty much all I've played.
Nice.
I had a good surprise today. Yeah. Stellar Blade demo.
Yeah, that's the demo
today.
Yeah.
Tell me
for PC.
I heard that game's pretty good.
Yeah, game of the year. I heard from a reputable podcast.
Reputable podcast. Yes.
Yeah, those are good dudes that picked that. Anyway, Stellar Blade demo. I've been anxiously awaiting this because I've got a PC that can fucking handle it. Bring it on.
Yeah, why not?
And holy shit, did it make my computer scream and beg for mercy. The fans were just whistling. And like I was right up against the butt of like the recommended settings, for like the VRAM, because I had everything maxed out. I was at 1440p. I was at like 144 FPS and shit like that. So the results speak for themselves, and they were spectacular, stellar. Even they were beautiful. I'm real happy with not necessarily how it's running, I guess, because it's using a lot of resources. So I don't know if like all systems are going to be able to handle this, but they do have frame generation that'll help as well. So like I flipped that on, and it actually doubled my frame rate. Like it put it up to like 240 or something like that, which is like way more than my monitor can handle. So I just turned it down again. But no, it looks really good. It's the initial part of the game, the tutorial part, and then all the way up until like the parking garage where you fight the thing up at top.
That's like the first.
And it's cool. Like, as soon as you land the last hit that kills the boss, it fades out. And it fades into like the sizzle reel of, the rest of the game. It's like shit to come. All the different bosses and stuff that you fight. And really well handled. And then after
that's how the PlayStation demo ended too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And afterwards, a boss battle, like a real one, opens up, challenge mode essentially. So they give you like a fully kitted out. There's a bunch of different outfits that you can pick, like even the teddy bear one. Just go nuts and fight a tough boss to see what that game is really like. And I love it.
More importantly, did they open up some very reasonable and not creepy mods to download to the demo yet, or not? They're not there yet.
I haven't hit up Nexus mods yet,
not
but
yet? Okay.
I guess the creator of the game has gone on record to say that they're not against mods, so have fun with it.
Oh, people are going to have fun.
Oh, yeah. Yes. That skin suit is going to end up being quite the skin suit. That's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of jiggling happening.
A lot of big old butts.
Yeah.
Lots of big old biddies. Yeah.
Can't wait.
I can't wait for that like sexy teddy bear outfit. That's gonna be. That's what I'm in it for.
Make it assless,
Yeah.
But in reality,
keep the tail on there.
In reality, PC gamers, this game's pretty good.
Yes.
Oh, it is. Yeah, we kid, but no, we don't kid. That's going to happen. But
that's going to happen.
But
yeah,
it's going to happen.
The game's great.
Yeah, it's full of cheesecake. It's not acted very well. Like the voice lines are, it's a little wooden, but you know what? The action holds up. So that's why we had such a good time with it.
Big, huge surprise. Probably the biggest surprise of last year for sure.
I'm gonna play.
I was not expecting much. That game is fucking good. Oh, I was having a great time with it once again. I'm ready to play that game all the way through again. So another week or two, something like that.
Nice.
Hope that on PC again.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
I can't wait. What else did I play? We're on a new game with Griffin. It is called Content Warning. And it's a multiplayer game where you go down in like a dive bell into like this spooky underground area, and you're all wearing these very colorful suits and shit, and you look completely out of place. Your face is actually an emoticon that you can create and shit like that. And then there's proximity chat, just like you would expect in these kind of games. The hook is that you get to bring down a video camera with you. And you can shoot like just by hitting like left click. If you're the cameraman, you can, start recording and end it. And it captures all of your audio dialogue. So basically, my son has been hosting this Spooktube show where we go down into the depths and we find a monster and we run from it, and it's hilarious. And then you bring it back up to the surface, and you transfer that tape into like a CD, and you take the CD and you bring it to the TV and you can watch it. Your completely cut episode. And then you can save it to desktop as well. There's a button that just you just save the movie. So we have like a handful of movies that we've created, and he spent hours watching them the other day.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've seen so many clips from that game, like on TikTok when that came out. It was pretty funny.
It's super cool. Griffin loves it. Holy shit, because he wants to be a content creator. So he's got his cadence down and shit. Like, hey, welcome to SpookTube. We're gonna be doing.
Yeah, remember to hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe. Smash that bell.
Yeah. But then you get a number of viewers as well. Like, you're supposed to get like X amount of viewers in X amount of days in order to progress the game. So there is there's some structure to it, I guess. It's not just going down and filming shit, but no, having a really good time with that.
That's just on PC right now too, right?
I believe so. Yeah. And it was cheap. I want to say it was like either $9. I think it's on sale for like $9, but I'm not positive on that. Other than that, just more Doom, and I beat Expedition 33 last week, but I'm still playing it. So
yeah,
you still doing some of the after stuff. Yeah.
Yep. The Endless Tower shit, and then getting all the feet for
For Monoko.
Yeah, get all
exactly.
so that the tower is the best. The endless tower is the best place for that. Did you do the third axon?
No, I have not.
So there's a really cool dungeon that it stands out very much in the map. It looks like this large wooden tower.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember what it's called. But it's another axon. And if you go in there, there's a really cool, it's just a really cool dungeon that just you climb the tower. And then at the top of the tower, there's a really, really interesting story beat.
I think I did do that. I think I did. Yeah.
It's Miles, relationship quest, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. I think that's the last part.
There were a bunch of like builders
quest
that were like trying to tear down the tower.
Yes.
Yeah, I did do that. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool dungeon.
So yeah, it's amazing that. All right. No, I'm gonna save it for the spoiler show.
It's like, all right, here comes the gushing. Let's start gushing again.
It's actually less than gushing. It's kind of a nitpick. But I'm not going to get into it yet. We'll save it for something else. But
hey, Geoff, how many hours did you put into Expedition 33?
I'm at around 60 right now, I think.
Yeah, me too. 60 or 70, I think.
Okay, because I got the platinum and I was at I think I'm just over 80. And I'm like, that's right to me. Like 80 hours for everything, right? If you want to just do the 40 to 50 to finish the game, you can do that. See, if you want to go and experience everything, and I don't need a game that's 120 hours long. Like not all my games need to be that. It's. I think we're getting too deep into that hole. Like they have to make everything so. It's like we were talking about. You weren't on the show last week, Geoff. I was talking about how I don't think I'm going back to Assassin's Creed. I feel like I got what I needed out of it. Yeah. I got what I needed out of it, and I know that if I go back to it, because listen. I'm on like just the second territory, but I put like 25 hours into that game already.
Yeah, it's loaded.
Yeah, it's there's a lot there, and I don't feel like it needs to be as much as it is. So, but I'm not saying it's a bad game. I got what I needed out of it. I had a lot of fun playing it.
I get in sometimes these phases where like I feel like I have to beat a game. Like once I get to a certain point, like a pass and over point return, I got to stop. I got to find a happy medium between beating a game that I start but also being like when we first started InDis, where I would play like fucking everything for like an hour or 2 hours, and then once something new came out, I would like put it down. I need to find a happy medium between the two.
Yeah.
Because even with Clair Obscur, like I wanted to do all the stuff and get like all the achievements, but then I just found myself being like, I'd rather play through the game again, just experience that story again. That's why I did the new game plus when I did. Like I didn't come close to doing all the stuff, and now I'm at the end of my second playthrough.
The second playthrough I heard goes really fast because you're
super fast, dude.
You're so overpowered.
Much, yeah, you can. Yeah, you're almost too overpowered, especially if, like you guys who do more of the thorough stuff. You guys will be more overpowered than I was if you do New Game Plus, and then it's like to the point where it's too fast almost. Like
I was beating all the end game stuff in one round. Like things mostly didn't even get a chance to attack me, except for Simon.
Wow.
Except for Simon. Simon was fuck that.
I am not at that level. Not nearly at that. Well, I'm at like level 80 something. And it goes up to 99.
That's pretty high.
I don't think my output is the same as you guys.
Oh, no. So I didn't have that until after the Endless Tower. So
okay.
Yeah, so the Endless. So here's one thing I will say, Jason, that may help you out. Depending on how far into the Endless Tower you are, you might want to level 5. So so 5-3, I think it was 5-3 was one of the hardest levels in the Endless Tower for me. Okay. I don't know why, but that one of the bosses in there was like he's like one of my nemesis or nemesis. So one of the things you can do is you can go do the floating manor, and in the floating manor you will get, even before you reach the final boss of the floating manor, you'll get 3 of the items that will max out your weapon at level 33.
Oh, okay.
And
all right. That'll help a lot.
The jump from 32 to 33 is
huge.
big.
It's almost doubled.
It's almost doubled, right? So if you do the floating manor, the last boss on the floating manor is pretty fucking hard. But you should be able to get through the rest of it. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's not. But you should be able to get through the rest of it. And if you get through to the boss, you should end up with 3 of those materials.
3 of them? Okay.
Yes.
I've gotten like 2 so far from whatever things that I've done so far. So
nice.
like
okay,
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I played a lot of shit this last week.
Yeah, nice. That's good stuff.
What else we got?
Let's see. So I tried out Blueprints. And I am not sure that game is for me.
Definitely not for me.
I like the concept, but I think what really got me was I was on the best run I had, and I don't know how much we have to go into Blueprints, but Blueprints, you're basically trying to find a secret room in a big mansion, right? And the thing about the big mansion is that the storyline is that it changes every day. And so when you open up a door, you never know where the door is going to lead. So while you're in the game, you're basically building the house. And the goal is to make sure that all the rooms get filled. And if you get all the rooms filled, you'll get to the secret room. Well, you open a door and it gives you a choice of 3 rooms. And those 3 rooms have either they're like it might be a walk-in closet. So essentially you have a dead end. Or it could have several different openings. In the best run that I had, I was like 30 rooms in. Like I was doing pretty well. And I dropped a room that was had 4 doors. So the one you enter, and then there were 3 exits. I had just run out of keys and all 3 doors were locked. And I'm like, I'm done. This is not.
Yeah, that's what happened to me when I played it. Not exactly that, but I just got to a part where I was just like, I don't.
RNG got you. Right?
Yeah,
the RNG got me. Yeah.
The game relies way too heavily on RNG for me, and it's like, and don't get me wrong, like it's a cool idea, it's a cool game. I could see myself probably getting to the point where it's like, I've got like a little bit of time. Maybe I'll do 1 run of Blueprints, right, and see how, and then that's it. But
I need a game to respect my time. I really do.
Yeah.
Like when it's something like that and you've invested a couple hours of your time and then they just shit on you, it's like, fucking A, man.
Yeah. It definitely felt like shit progress on me. Yeah.
That sucks.
But yeah, a very interesting concept. I definitely like the idea. But I think I didn't see a way to progress. And I mean, what I mean by that is like most of the and like there's comparisons to this being like a roguelike, right? Because you essentially start over every day. And a lot of games that I enjoy playing like that, they give you little things that help you move forward slightly.
Yeah.
So the roguelites, right? This is not that. Like they will just straight up.
Yeah,
you have to start over from the very beginning, and it's all about RNG, and you don't really
the progress is your knowledge. It's
the progress is the knowledge, and exactly, and you don't have, but you don't have any way to combat RNG. So the only thing you have is like there's like a coat check room, and if you have a specific item, you can store it in the coat check room. So that in your next playthrough, you can get it out of the coat check room. The problem is you have to find the fucking coat check room first.
And you probably have to hope that room that item's useful in also spawns.
Exactly.
Yeah. I need a Blueprints for Dummies or something like that. Like it's really something. I need something to be a little bit more guided, or like what you said, like to keep some things that you can have permanently.
Exactly. Give me items.
I need a feeling of like progression almost every time I play a game. And that doesn't matter what the game is. Like if I don't get that every time I sit down to play a game, I kind of drop it pretty quickly. And something like that just kills it for me.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like for me, it's similar, but it doesn't necessarily have to be every time. Like if I can see myself making progress, like I'm good. But I did like 4 or 5 runs and I never felt like I made.
You never felt like
progress.
you made any. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's pretty harsh.
And I played the game for 3 or 4 hours, and it was each run each run I got a little bit better at getting all the rooms open, but every time it was like deflating how it's just like, okay, now you're done. It's like, 35 rooms in, go fuck yourself. It's like, I don't, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard to combat that. Like you do get items that help you, right? There's one item that allows you to, if you get a thing of rooms and you don't like the rooms that are there, you can refresh it, right? And I think you can use it. I think you can only use it one time though. But like, start me with one of those. Let me progress and start with one of those, and then at least when I get to a point where you're gonna fuck me, I have like a "don't fuck me this time" button, right? It's like you gotta. It's give me something.
Her up
give
them
me a
cheeks. It's like
So yeah, I mean, again, Blueprints is a cool game. I'm certainly not putting anything down. I just feel like it's not for me.
And that is okay.
That is okay. More Baldur's Gate. So still progressing through that. I actually didn't make a whole lot of progress last time I played because I was in the Grove, and the Grove is a slog. Like you have to go through and talk to everybody, and so I got through all that. And I'm ready to move on from the Grove now. That's where I'm at. I still need to find Karlach, and I want to take Karlach and respec her as what is it? The giant barbarian. There's one of the new barbarian subclass. Yeah, giant barbarian. I want to try her as a giant barbarian because essentially, when you rage, you double in size, and then you can fucking pick up and throw anything. So it just sounds like it would be fun. I'll just pick guys up and throw them over cliffs. It's like, I don't need your items. Go. So, but yeah, still playing that. I'm glad I went back to that game because, and I'm just doing like bite-sized chunks, like one day a week I play it, and that's it. And then more Shantae, and that's pretty much it. Shantae, I'm at the. So there were 3 people you have to find. So, one of the things that I didn't mention about Shantae is one of the mechanics that's in it is like you can shift the stage. So like the stage, I mentioned that you can jump into the background, but there's also mechanisms throughout the stages where you can hit a button and it will literally shift the entire stage. And it's kind of part of the storyline of like they're doing something weird with like the tectonics underneath the island. So you hit the switch and it literally moves the stage so that things are lined up differently. And they're trying to stop that, and you have to find 3 professors. And I found all 3 of the professors, so I think I'm nearing the end of that game. So I'm hoping to finish that up this week. But still having a lot of fun with that. It's just that's another one of those bite-sized chunk games right now. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. Doom was the big one for me. I'm just having so much fun with that. Good stuff. Geoff?
Got some bite-sized news here.
Oh, nice. Good deal.
Not too much. A couple things to touch on here. We got numero uno. Once I find my window here. EA unfortunately canceled their Black Panther game.
Jesus Christ.
You guys, well, I guess Chris didn't realize there was one announced because it was a while ago. It was announced, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember an announcement of a Black Panther game.
It looked kind of. I think we just got like a CG trailer, I believe, of it. It did look cool. I thought it was gonna. It's good. I mean, yeah, it's being made by a developer called Cliffhanger. Fortunately, they also shut them down too. And EA is basically saying that they're going to be more safe. They're going to try to. They're kind of doing what Ubisoft said. They're kind of going to focus on their more safe franchises. So, and they're going away from licensed stuff outside of Star Wars and probably Hogwarts. Yeah, Harry Potter. So that's unfortunate. So that's not coming out anymore.
That's bullshit, man. Fucking A.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, I'm certainly a big fan of Black Panther, so I'd be interested in seeing what they did. But
yeah, I wonder if we'll see any like I'm sure we will eventually. Like I just saw for the first time ever, Jason. Actually, I wonder if you saw this, but the first sprites were released from a Street Fighter 1 remake. I just saw those for a guy named Top Hat Gaming did a video on it yesterday, and yeah, there's just 3 character sprites of Tetsu, Sagat, and Eagle. But anyway, so maybe like 25 years from now, yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
When we're still doing this podcast in our 60s.
Yeah, and I say 25. Well, I'm trying. Yeah, I think that game was in the 2006 is when they were, or 2004 when they were going to when they were working on that. So yeah, I guess I'm close. Yeah, when we're in our 60s, maybe we'll see this Black Panther stuff.
I'll make sure to make a mental note.
Yeah. Nintendo, they are Nintendoing yet again.
Awesome.
Man, I can't wait for the Switch next week. But one thing I cannot wait though is I'll finally be able to play the N64 games on the Nintendo Switch Online service with a CRT filter, as well as a rewind filter, because apparently you need to have the new hardware to do this because it's really high tech stuff, guys. Like, I don't think anyone's ever done this before. Kind of like, they also they're adding in voice chat. I'm not sure if you saw that for Switch 2. That's fucking mind-blowing.
Nintendo is so ahead of the game. Jesus Christ.
But no, joking aside, these features for the Nintendo 64 games for that thing are just going to work on the Switch 2.
That's
not
dumb.
on the
Why
Switch
is that?
I've seen some comments where they try very hard to justify that. Well, actually, CRT filters are very taxing on the hardware.
What?
Oh my god!
And it takes the power of the Switch 2.
Guys, I'm sorry. The more I hear about Switch 2, the less I like it. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's just, it's Nintendo policies.
Did Nintendo say that?
Really not into.
It's Nintendo at their worst.
No, Nintendo did not. No, these are just random commenters.
Oh my god.
The Nintendo defenders?
Yes.
There are games on the fucking Switch that have CRT filters. Like,
of course, yeah.
Sega Collect, like those games, like that. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's Sega, not Nintendo.
But they're like, it's doing
Sega
double duty
what
because
Nintendo don't, Geoff.
It's emulating a Switch 1 that's emulating another system.
Oh, horse shit.
And then on top of that, it's got to add a CRT filter. It's tough. It's tough for the
CRT filter is taxing.
Nintendo's had it rough, guys. They've had it really rough. And Nintendo fans, apparently.
All that profit.
When I say Nintendo fans, I strictly mean the ones that are just like diehard, like that straight up gun ho Nintendo.
The ones that are unhealthily fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ones that it's so hard to do the filters. One, I had like a little pinch of me says that might take some more programming or something, but not that it couldn't be done on the Switch. But anyway, Windows Central released some news that it's speculative and it's kind of like a rumor because that's not official yet. But all the big media outlets I've been kind of reporting on this, so it's probably true that Xbox is putting their first-party handheld on hold to make sure they nail the UI and OS down for third-party handhelds first. We never that handheld was never officially announced, so who knows what this means. Like in terms of delay, how long it's going to be delayed for? Because the rumors were originally were going to be like they might announce it this year, but I was like, if they have this Asus one coming out, there's no way it would be announced this year.
So remember that rumor about that first party handheld Microsoft? Yeah. There's a rumor that rumor's on hold. That's
exactly. And it makes sense because you'd probably want to get something working very well before you do that, because that's like their biggest issue from what I gather. Is I don't know, you guys have used the Xbox app on your PCs. I haven't, but I've heard it's very bad, and I heard it's not good for handheld stuff either. It's
not great. It's gotten a lot better though. Like it used to be completely broken for me, but now it's relatively stable. So
that's good.
That's something.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with it, but I also only use it for the basics. Like literally, let me go download a game and start
and
one
play a game and play that game.
Can I do CRT filters though? For me. Oh God, no!
It's way too taxing on the system.
Oh my God,
it's running Windows, Geoff.
My Steam Deck can do CRT filters though, because it doesn't run Windows; it runs Linux.
Memory hog, I take it. I know nothing about PC stuff. I use the way Chris uses the Xbox app to just basics. That's how I use every PC for my entire life. Is boot up, open up program I need.
That's right.
If something's wrong, don't turn on my PC ever again.
Get a new one. It's broken, I guess.
Something's wrong. Turn it off and on again. Did that work? Yep. Great. Did it not? Exactly. I'm never turning this on again.
Once that doesn't work anymore, that's when it's time for a new PC.
That's right. Geoff, you've had that PC for 6 months. Yeah, but I turned it off and on again, and it's still messed up.
Exactly. Oh, it's funny because it's
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love you, Geoff. With all our hearts.
What's that? Witcher 3. That was a game that was really good. It came out 10 years ago, guys. That's how old
my God. Did it really come out that long?
It is. And they're coming out with a new update. Later on this year, they are updating it again. Not like graphical or anything like that, but they're bringing mods to console later this year. So a lot of the PC mods will be able to be installed on your consoles and give it a whirl. Not all of them, because of course there's some regulation stuff that Sony and Microsoft have for that type of stuff. So I'm sure all the
all the naked mods aren't going to make it.
All the sexy teddy bear outfits for Geralt.
Go over to Stellar Blade for that.
Yeah.
So if you like mods, go for it. I'm not a huge fan of mods. I messed around with it with Starfield a bit, and I just feel like it fucked my entire game up. Now I'm just like, oh well, now I gotta get a new Starfield because I don't know what to do.
Broke Starfield.
To get a new Starfield.
Start all over again.
Let me see. Do I have Witcher on PC? I'm pretty sure I do. So the question I was going to ask is, Witcher is on my backlog list this year.
Ooh.
So anyone who has played Witcher,
I've played Witcher.
If there are mods that you think I should use for my first playthrough of Witcher, I would be very interested in hearing about them.
I've got a few.
Me too, actually, because I can try those. Because I don't care if I screw up my Witcher save.
There you go.
You can always buy a new Witcher. They're cheap.
Exactly. Yeah, just grab a new one.
They're always
on the street now. Like you get them with like a combo meal. So
nice.
Chris, there was a little bit of news you wanted to touch on.
Yes, there was. So I just wanted to bring up another milestone that was passed for Expedition 33. It's, we obviously love that game. We've talked about it every week for the past 5-6 weeks. But there's a specific reason I wanted to bring this up, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this. So Clair Obscur reached 3.3 million units in just over a month. The marketing of it is they reached 3.3 million in 33 days, right? So that's how they're doing it. So I think that's fantastic. I'm really, really excited to hear that. And one of the things that I found out is just this past March, it was reported that Final Fantasy 16 reached 3.5 million.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's been out for over 2 years now.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. So I guess I'm curious to what you guys think we're going to are we going to see a turning point here? Do we think we're going to see more?
I hope so. I hope this turns into I hope this turns into a blueprint of sorts, that other developers will kind of follow suit, and that good games can be made with smaller teams and a lot of drive and a lot of funding as well.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. But at the same time, it's that didn't quite revolutionize the genre, but they took bits and pieces of so many different things and put it together in such a way that it is refreshing, and it's being fucking lauded as one of the best games of the generation. So obviously it's got to cause a stir, right? And it's got to have people stand up and take notice. So I hope we get more things like this.
Somebody at Square went back to a meeting the next day and said, "Motherfuckers, look at this."
Yep.
And we need to revamp whatever the fuck they're doing with Final Fantasy 17. What are they at now? 17?
Yeah, they would be up to 17.
Don't give me that juvenile, pseudo fucking swearing Game of Thrones bullshit that they had in 16. God damn it. That's not what we need.
I was okay. I liked 16. 16 was the first Final Fantasy I liked in
long time,
decades, since 10 probably.
The story and the characters I really like. There was way less of that then. I mean, especially going back and playing 13 now, I'm like, whoa.
True.
16 was like fucking Shakespeare and like fucking adult only compared to that.
15 was the one that was hard for me to get into, like the angsty.
That's the first one I ever beat.
Was it really?
It's the first Final Fantasy I ever finished. Yeah.
But I guess my thing is like, one of the things that I've said repeatedly on the show is classic mode for the remake and rebirth should have been classic mode, and it wasn't.
Yeah, that should have been, and it should. Yeah, I think they'll do that now. Like, I mean, I don't think they'll make their next one, because I'm sure their next one's pretty much, unless they revamp it, who knows. But even playing 13, man, like you said, it's hard to go to 13 after playing 33, and I was just like, during that battle system, I was like, dude, even if it just had like the dodging and the parrying added to this, it would make the battles so much better than, and it's already got a solid battle system in 13, but you're doing a lot of waiting in it.
Yeah.
When those bars are waiting to be filled up, and then you have to wait for all of them to dictate their actions. And it's like, that just that being added, that would be so cool.
I hope people take the right lessons from it, and not just copy it, wholesale.
$50.
Yeah.
And $50, right? And here's the thing. It's like, even if it doesn't get Game of the Year, it's absolutely going to get a nod for it.
I think it's a lock, dude. I
kind of think it is too. Like I continue to look at what else is coming out this year, and I'm like, it's still.
Are we biased? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, we're biased. Yeah, but what's getting me is that this game reaches so many people that I didn't think it would reach. Like, we're about to do our first spoiler episode since we came back, right?
Yeah.
And all 5 of us are going to be included in it, or we're trying to. Hopefully, all 5 of us are going to be included. Can you name one other game that all 5 of us beat? One, just one.
Sea of Stars, maybe.
No, I didn't beat that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. all of us plus Travis beat Stellar Blade, maybe.
No, Travis just beat Stellar Blade.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't beat it the first time.
That's right. Okay, all right.
He just beat it like last week or this week. I think.
Glenn beat it, right?
I don't know.
Did Glenn play
Expedition?
No, he beat Expedition. Did he?
He beat Sea of Stars.
Stellar Blade.
Oh, Stellar. I don't think Glenn played Stellar Blade.
Okay, yeah. So there you go.
That's why he's not on the show more.
And even if it was Sea of Stars, like, we weren't as high as Sea of Stars to be like, let's do a fucking spoiler show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but Sea of Stars is fucking great, and you should play it.
It is great. Dude, that's
isn't the DLC they're working on free?
Yeah, and it just came out like last week. And the only reason I want to see how you access it, because I bought the IM8-bit or whatever, the physical copy for Switch. So I'm waiting to see if I have to play through the whole game again, or if it's separately, if you can access it separately from the story, because then that'll determine when I jump into it. Do I just continue my Xbox playthrough, or do I do it on Switch? But yeah, like, what was our last spoiler episode? I couldn't even tell you.
Probably Mass
our last
Effect
spoiler episode. Yeah, it might have been Mass Effect 3.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
holy shit!
It's been a hot minute, man.
Damn.
It's been a minute. I'd have to actually go and log into the SFTP of the old website and find the last episode.
Wow.
But yeah, it's been a while. Cool. Gents, that's a show, I think.
It's a show.
Happy Friday to all of you. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, please tell a few friends about us. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. All of those things help us, and we'd love to interact with the community. So come join the Discord, because we'd love to talk to you more on the Discord. But until next time, my name is Chris.
I'm Jason.
I'm Geoff.
Play your games, and we'll talk to you next time.